Shalom. First of all, I want to give all praise to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. Yahweh being the true name of the Heavenly Father who the world and he calls God. And his only begotten Son's name is Yahweh Shai. Of course, I want to give double honors to the elders and apostles at Great Millstone who were well. Peace and salutation to all the sincere Akim that's doing this work in all sincerity. I'm a brother Amafa from Great Millstone Plain Tables Camp. I'm coming again with this truth, all right? This is adultery part 2, all right? We're going to start it off quickly. Have some camera difficulties. Shaitan is working, all right? This is Numbers 5 and 11. It reads, "And the Lord Yahweh spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them, If any man's wife go aside and commit a trespass against him." All right, so we have a woman. All right, this word, we're going to go into this word for trespass. All right, the Hebrew word for trespass is ma'al. All right, a ma, a I, and a la. All right, ma'al. All right, and it means unfaithful or treacherous act, trespass. All right, you go into that word for treacherous, and it means characterized by faithlessness or readiness to betray trust, or traitorous. All right, you know, because it's a very traitorous act for a woman to, of course, go and commit adultery against her husband. All right, a man's woman is his possession. All right, he that giveth a wife giveth possession, roughly paraphrasing. All right, going on, it says, I'm gonna read it again, verse 12, Numbers 5 and 12. "Speak unto the children of Yashala, and speak unto them." That's the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, the Israelites. All right, that's what you are. You're the children of Israel, the princes of the power. All right, these laws, statutes, commandments for us. All right, it says, if any man's wife go aside and commit a trespass against him, and if a man lie carnally, and if it be hid from the eyes of her husband, and be kept close, and she be defiled, and there be no witness against her, neither shall be taken with the manner, and the spirit of jealousy come upon him, and he be jealous of his wife, and she be defiled, or if the spirit of jealousy come upon him, and he be jealous of his wife, and she be not defiled, then shall the man bring the wife unto the priest, and he shall bring her a offering for her, or bring her offering for her, and a tenth part of ephah and barley meal, he shall pour no oil upon it, nor put frankincense thereon, for it is an offering of jealousy, an offering of the memorial, and bring iniquity to remembrance. All right, and sin, you know, for a woman to commit adultery. All right, it says now, and if the priest shall take the holy water in an earthen vessel, and dust that is of the floor of the tabernacle, the priest shall take it and put it into the water. All right, so you can have the priest, you're gonna get something, of course, for the woman. You're gonna use it, of course, as you would say, like a lie detector test. All right, back in the day, this is one of the customs Levitical priests, which is so-called Haitians. All right, they're a tribe of Levi, do. All right, so we're gonna continue on. All right, Numbers 5 and 18. "And the priest shall set the woman before Yahweh, and uncover the woman's head, and put the offering of memorial in her hands, which is the jealousy offering. And the priest shall have in his hand the bitter water that causeth the curse. And the priest shall charge her by an oath, and shall say unto the woman, If no man had lain with thee, and if thou hast not gone aside to uncleanness with another instead of thy husband," because that's adultery. All right, woman sleeping with another man, all right, outside of her husband, that's adultery. All right, "Be thou free from this bitter water that causeth the curse." All right, so this concoction, all right, that the Levitical priests would of course make. All right, it causes a curse if the woman, of course, commits adultery. All right, it'll show you, it will bring it forth. You're gonna see what's gonna happen. All right, verse 21. It says, "The priest shall charge the woman with an oath of cursing, and the priest shall say unto the woman, The Lord Yahweh make thee a curse and an oath among the people, thy people, Salakia, when Yahweh doth make Salakia, this is the point, and make thy to rot, in the belly to swell. All right. So when you Salakia, this camera getting all out of focus and such, but when you go into it, women, they got that, that cellulite and such, sleeping with all the other men, all right, that they get down with, committing a ton of adultery. They get mad at, their husband and go off and they go and get with other men, when they supposed to be bound to one husband, all right? They're not supposed to be doing things that, of course, are displeasing unto the husband. They're not, of course, supposed to be acting untrustworthy, all right? But these women, we can't trust them. They are enemies, all right? Goes on, it says, verse 22, all right? We're going to go into it, verse 22. And this water that causes the curse shall go into thy bowels to make thy belly to swell and thy thigh to rot. And the woman shall say, Aman, Aman, all right? So it'll make the belly swell. You got a bunch of these women out here, they got these big pop bellies and all of that. This is the reason, indicator, really, goes on, 23, verse 23, Numbers 5 and 23. And the priest shall write these curses in a book, and he shall blot them out with the bitter water, and he shall cause the woman to drink the bitter water that causes the curse, and the water that causes the curse shall enter into her and become bitter. Then shall the priest, then the priest shall take the jealousy offering out of the woman's hand, and shall wave the offering before the Lord Yahweh, and offer it upon the altar. And the priest shall take an handful of the offering, even the memorial thereon, and burn it on the altar, and afterward shall cause the woman to drink the water. And when he hath made her to drink the water, it shall come to pass that if she be defiled and have done the trespass against her husband, that the water that causes the curse shall enter into her, all right, and become bitter, and her belly shall swell, and her thigh shall rot, and the woman shall be a curse among her people, because she's committed, of course, adultery, and that was not something, that's good. Of course, being in the ancient world, that's not something that's lightly, all right, committing adultery. No man wants a woman that commits adultery, all right? And that goes even down today, It causes us to want to put them women to death, because that's natural law, all right, in the scriptures, all right? Goes on, verse 28, and if the woman be not defiled, but be clean, then she shall be free and shall conceive seed, all right? Which she, conceiving seed, that's a gift and such, all right? So, verse 29, this going to basically end it off, or really 31. This is the law of jealousies when a wife goeth aside to another instead of her husband and is defiled. All right. So this is the law right here. All right. Finishing off, it says, verse 30, or when the spirit of jealousy cometh upon, and he be jealous over his wife, and shall set the woman before the Lord, and the priest shall execute upon her all this law. Then shall the man be guiltless from iniquity, and the woman shall bear her iniquity. All right. You going down the Levitical priests and such. So the thigh will rot. All right. The woman drink. The things that, of course, that the Levitical priest put in the vessel for the woman to drink. If she, of course, was righteous, she would be able to conceive seed and such. All right. And if she was unrighteous, her thigh would rot. All right, which women have, of course, they got their cellulite, and her belly would swell. All right, and simple as that. And that's a curse. All right. And most of these women are adulterous. All right. They get with many men. All right, as I have noted. All right, in this lesson and such. it's wicked. So we're going to get now into some more of these supporting precepts, all right? So this is going to be Proverbs. I'm going to go to Proverbs, and I'm going to hit the point, Proverbs 6:34. For jealousy is the rage of a man, therefore he will not spare in the day of vengeance. All right? And, we have our Lord Yahweh, who is a jealous power. All right? And he's not going to spare any of you wicked women, of our nation of Israel, Negro, Latinos, Native Americans. All right? Who have become, of course, our enemy. All right? She's become our enemy by going and getting with other men. She's not trusting her man at home. All right? She's always curious and lusting after all matters of things. All right? She can't accept a man of the Lord. All right? And that's wickedness. All right? Because when it comes that day and the time, that day and the time when a man shall be a hiding place, all right, from the tempters, all right, which is that coming destruction that's coming, all right, the time of Jacob's trouble, the Jeremiah, 30, I believe verse 7, if I'm not mistaken, when all hell break loose, a woman don't have a man of understanding, a man of the Lord, an Israelite man, she ain't gonna have no shade or no protection. She's gonna get caught up in that destruction. All right. I'm gonna hit some more of these precepts, and then it go right into the Micah 7. Slaki. So this is Proverbs 6:29. So he that goeth into his neighbor's wife, all right, dealing with, of course, the nation of Israel, but that's wickedness, period. All right, the laws and statutes and commandments are meant for, of course, the nation of Israel. All right, but this is all righteousness. So the other heathen and such, they don't follow these laws. All right, and that they just do wickedness by default. All right, it says going on, whosoever toucheth her shall not be innocent, because of course, blood shall be upon them. Of course, they committed the act of adultery. All right. I'm gonna go to now verse 32. But whoso commits adultery with a woman lacketh understanding. He that doeth it destroyeth his own soul. All right. Quickly, why? Because he has committed a sin that is worthy of death. All right. Now we're gonna go to Job 4:7. This is Job 4:7. Because many of these women, they think, of course, they're scot free. All right, and clean, and there's not that case. All right, this is Job 4:7. It reads, "Remember, I pray thee, whosoever perish, being innocent." All right, this is the prophet Job. He wrote this. All right, who perished innocent, because we all, all have fell short the glory of the Most High. All right, so we all sinners here. All right, or where were the righteous cut off? Even as I have seen, they that plow iniquity and sow wickedness reap the same. All right, and they of course will be get their judgment. All right, for being wicked. All right. It's like you got folly going on, man. Hot folly, is held at great dignity. All right. Matthew's. This is a supporting precept. Matthew's 19 and 17. All right, because this is even Yahweh Shai. He even remembered his sins in his previous reincarnations. All right. Matthew's 19 and 17, and he said unto him, "Why callest thou me good?" All right, so because you had a man, when you go read up at verse 16, it says, I'm gonna just go to it just so you can get a better understanding. All right, doing it in order. "And behold, one came and said unto him, Good master, what good thing shall I do that I may have eternal life? And he said unto him, Why callest thou me good? There is none good but one, that is the Most High, Yahweh. But if thou wilt enter into life, keep the commandments, all right? You know, and you will keep the commandments of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, you Israelites, you know, you women, you know, especially, you know, and not commit adultery. So I'm going to go into a part 3 or such, you know, and another lesson. It being, we got dirt bikers going around. It's after sundown, so I'm gonna, you know, do a part 3, Abba Ratazah. All right. Anyway, I'm gonna say Brakta Yahweh, Brakta Yahushai, Brakta Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Give me the inspiration to do this lesson. Shalom to all the sincere Akim. Of course, double honor to the elders and apostles at Great Millstone. Shalom.